What is going on, everybody? It's the Franz, and we're here for an NXT review for February 13th, 2019. NXT just going off the air with the Undisputed Era standing tall after dismantling both Ricochet and Aleister Black. Where this leads to, I'm pretty much guessing somewhere towards NXT TakeOver New York, and this is just the story of whatever the storyline is going to be heading into that, as I don't believe the Undisputed Era or Aleister Black and Ricochet are going to be factored into anything title-wise at NXT TakeOver New York, because there's so many people. Like, it's definitely going to be, in my opinion, Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship, and whoever. It's either in Velveteen Dream or whoever beats Johnny Gargano for the title before TakeOver is going to be defending the North American Championship against somebody else at TakeOver. And the War Raiders have plenty, and I mean plenty, of tag teams to deal with. We saw Street Profits in the match tonight against Humberto Carrillo, who I thought was just a mainstay on 205 Live now, with Stacey Irvin Jr. And man, oh man, I'm surprised that guy can walk after that match tonight. Marcel Barthel and Fabian Eichner, as well as Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. So the War Raiders could really be defending their titles at NXT TakeOver New York, or whatever they're going to call this takeover, at any one of those teams, and we don't have the Undisputed Era winning the tag team titles, if ever again, for a while. Tonight was a good show. It was a good show. We had Dominic Dijakovic versus Shane Thorne to start the show. The last time I remember seeing Dijakovic on NXT TV, I know he was in the World Collide tournament. Was he not a heel? Was he not coming out trying to be this ruthless heel? They had him go up against Shane Thorne tonight, and he's playing up to the crowd. They're chanting for Dijakovic. What is this guy supposed to be now? I don't have a clue, but Dijakovic went up against Shane Thorne. We also had a reaction to, we'll get to the match in a second, but we had the Undisputed Era talk about things, and it is confirmed by Roderick Strong that he and Kyle O'Reilly will no longer be teaming together, but it's going to be the team of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly back together, what everyone knows as Red Dragon on the independent circuit. So that tag team's back together, so he can go for single gold, and they did say that they will be going for all the gold this year. We also had a reaction from last week's show with Io Shirai ending up being the one to pin Shayna Baszler. We heard from Shayna, Io Shirai, and Bianca Belair after that match, so we'll get into that as well. And we ended the night with Ricochet versus Adam Cole, and another good match between these two. These two just put on a great match every single time. So we did start out with Dominic Dijakovic versus Shane Thorne. This one, I was like, why is Dominic Dijakovic the babyface now? Last time, I still swear, the last time when his debut happened, he was playing up heel. People were booing him and everything, and now he's got the crowd behind him. So what is Dominic Dijakovic supposed to be? Is he a babyface? Is he heel? What's going on here? Dijakovic powers Thorne into the corner, hops out of the ring and drapes Dijakovic's arm over and over. Dijakovic's, I believe, his right arm would be compromised for the rest of this match. Thorne continues to attack in the ring with a bunch of kicks, drop kick, and a bunch of more kicks to the back. Dijakovic with some forearms as he tries to break out of the wrist lock. Big area by Dijakovic, but with his other arm. Kick, back elbow, and release suplex sends Thorne across the ring. He just picked up Shane Thorne, who probably weighs about 200 and some pounds, just picked him up and threw him across the ring like he was a paperweight. Like, seriously. Dijakovic is a strong motherfucker. Thorne continues to work on the left arm. Sato suplex lands, both end up on the second rope. Dijakovic looks for a superplex. Thorne stops him for a moment, but Dijakovic does a backflip over, he goes to push Dijakovic off, and Dijakovic decides to do a backflip. It was like, holy shit, this guy's got some moves. Hits a super kick, sends Thorne to the floor. Dijakovic with a springboard corkscrew plancha over the top rope to the outside. What am I watching? I'm sitting there saying, what am I watching? Back in the ring, Dijakovic gets the crowd starts chanting, "Feast your eyes, feast your eyes." He does his "Feast your eyes," hits what looks like it's the "Feast your eyes," which looks like a reverse GTS for the 1, 2, 3, and Dijakovic is your winner. Backstage, Undisputed Era, Adam Cole says, "Man, people say we're off to a bad start. Don't they has anyone ever heard of ups and downs or speed bumps?" Kyle O'Reilly talked about everyone has deals with speed bumps. Bobby and Kyle look to be a tag team of the group again. Adam Cole says he starts tonight with his match against Ricochet, who is way over his head. In 2019 will be the year of the Undisputed Era. Roderick Strong said that it looks like Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are the tag team of the group again. He's going to be going for single gold, and all four of them will be draped in tag team gold by the end of 2019. Will we see that? We have at least 3 to 4 more takeovers this year. It could possibly happen. Last week we saw how Shirai ended up being the one to put away Shayna Baszler in a 6-woman tag match. After the match, cameras caught up with Io Shirai and Kairi Sane. Shirai says she showed she can beat Baszler and she is going to be champion. Shane goes to echo that, but Bianca Belair shows up and tells them that I have no problem with you two, but I had Shayna Baszler on my own at NXT TakeOver Phoenix, and I had her beat last week. So you two get behind me. And she's coming for the title. She said she's undefeated still, but she's not, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe she's trying to get a little psycho. Who knows? Humberto Carrillo and Stacey Erwin Jr. in the ring. Cassius Ohno comes out and talks for a moment. He says he was sitting in the back, saw the cameras pan to the crowd, and sees a lot of familiar faces. He says it's the notorious Full Sail crowd. Ohno says each and every one of you fans absolutely he's sick of it. He detests each and every single one of them. I am out of here and plans on going somewhere to show he is the best at what he does. All you hear is Keith from the crowd. He turns around and knocked out from Keith Lee, who cracks him with a rolling elbow. He tells oh no. It could have been a lot worse. And I don't know why. He said something though. He said something like the Bojangles or like kicks you in the balls like you did, but he said something else. And I'm like, why script that? You could have just had him say, I could have hit you low like you did to me. But one last thing, don't let the door hit you on your ass on the way out. Lee apologizes to Humberto Carrillo and Stacey Erwin Jr. and the crowd and says, let's get this show on the road. Out come the Street Profits. It was funny because before they got there, they like Street Profits come out tentatively before Keith Lee was like, that's okay, and they fist bumped, and then it was so hilarious. I love Montez Ford. He's a fucking awesome. He's got the charisma. He's got a comedy to him. He's right beside Cassius Ohno and just starts like acting like he's out. And then you see Keith Lee with a little like putting his hands on his hand for like knockout. It was just so fucking hilarious. You have Montez Ford come over. Angelo Dawkins come over and try to pretend like fucking rest us says, hey, Montez Ford. It was freaking awesome. I love these guys. This match was good. We did see a more aggressive Street Profits in this match. There's a point in this match where Stacey Owens Jr. gets dropped on his neck. It literally looked like, and I wasn't there, and people who were there probably would tell you if he did or not, but the way the camera looked, it looked like he got dropped on his head, and the crowd went silent, absolutely silent for a moment. Ford and Carrillo get things going, both lots of back and forth counters, ending with a stalemate. Dawkins and Ford work together to keep Carrillo grounded. Carrillo, flips his way out of Ford's attack, hits the 2-arm drag on his opponents. Dawkins tags in, back, big shoulder block. Carrillo returns fire with a big kick. Irvin tags in, double drop kick, standing shooting star press right for a cover for a 2 count. Dawkins up and hits a spear. Ford tags in and drops Irvin on his neck. Literally, it looked like his neck. The crowd goes silent. Referee goes to check on him. This one, it felt like they were trying to pull a little heel on the Street Profits for a moment because the ref goes to check on Irvin, and Montez Ford says, back up! They count him. Gets down on the mat for 1, 2. Irvin avoids both opponents. Carrillo tags in, handspring elbow, giant arm drag on Ford, massive missile drop kick on Dawkins, standing moonsault, cover 2. Irvin tags in and hits a huge high elevation moonsault. Dawkins pops Irvin for a super blockbuster for the 1, 2, 3, and your Street Profits are your winners. After the match, Ford and Dawkins on the mic, and they say, a lot of people are looking to get some gold, and they want some too. The duo attempt to call out NXT Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders, but out comes Marcel Barthel and Fabian Eichner. Barthel says no one deserves an opportunity at the Tag Team Champs more than them. Barthel tells Dawkins and Ford to stand aside, and out comes Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. And they start yelling at each other in the ring, and out come the War Raiders. The War Raiders have a new, since NXT TakeOver Phoenix, they have that Viking theme as at the beginning of the video. They don't just have War Raiders anymore. It's actually like the Viking thing with the shields and the torches. It looks really fucking badass. It makes them look even more awesome. Bella on the mic says there's a lot talking about their titles but no fighting. Hyacinth says if they want the titles, make a move. They start to head to the ring, but the Undisputed Era run out and attack. That would be Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. They toss him in the ring and let the rest of the teams brawl. War Raiders end up fading out of the ring for everyone to be happy. So you have so many contenders there, and honestly, that's fourth without the Undisputed Era right now. I think the Undisputed Era could be out of the tag team title hunt for a little bit. For this takeover, they could have the next takeover. War Raiders versus all of these other three teams. Marcel Barthel, the Street Profits, Marcel Barthel and Fabian Eichner. Give them a tag team name, please. We have Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. They need a tag team name, and the Street Profits. There you go. Those three teams versus War Raiders at NXT TakeOver New York, Blacklist, Brooklyn, whatever they're going to call it. Aaliyah versus Tainara Conti. I didn't really care about this match. You had Vanessa Bourne help Aaliyah win. Post-match, Bourne heads into the ring and raises hands with Aaliyah. Looks like we have a new team. NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler marches to the ring. Both Aaliyah and Bourne bail up the ramp, but they had dumb babyface syndrome at this time for whatever reason, because they're sitting there taunting Shayna Baszler, who's in the ring, but they forgot that Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke were behind. They attack and send the duo back into the ring. Bourne gets dropped by Shafir and Duke. Baszler destroys Conti, and they go to the mic. The champ says, "This is a new reality now. Don't get in their way. Don't mess with us, and don't piss us off." And they all three leave. So obviously, Shayna Baszler is not too happy with how things went last week with her getting pinned by Io Shirai. Going to be interesting to see what goes on in the women's division as we get closer. We still have another full month and a half. Well, we have one more episode for this set of tapings, and then they have the next set of tapings, whichever one that will probably be taped next week. But so much still to come for this, and we have all of March to go. Adam Cole versus Ricochet. I'm just going to say it right now. These guys, you can have these guys wrestle each other every single day, and it would probably be one of the best matches out there. Cole gets the best of Ricochet initially, but it's sent out of the ring. Ricochet nails him with a suicide dive and follows up with a flurry of punches. Cole gets sent back into the ring. Cole nails a big kick on Ricochet. But he returns fire and puts Cole on the turnbuckle. Cole tries for a sunset flip powerbomb. Ricochet holds on. Cole with a kick to the face. Ricochet falls down, but his legs get caught around the rope. Cole immediately goes after it, then wraps his legs around the ring post. And Cole continues to work over the leg, but big leg kick sends Ricochet flat to the mat. Ricochet makes his way to his feet, tries for an enziguri, misses and gets his knees jammed into the mat. Cole continues to kick away and work over the leg. Low kick, drop kick lands hard on the referee's check on Ricochet. Cole tries for a suplex. Ricochet lands on his feet but falls down, leg giving him trouble, but he hits a big lariat, then turns Cole inside out. Coming to the end of this match, Ricochet tries for a one-leg spring backboard at 450, has pretty ugly landing as he lands on Adam Cole's legs. He went up for the springboard. This one was interesting. He went up for the springboard 450, but since his knee has been compromised on his one leg, he had one leg to stand on. And the fact that he was able even to hit this without catastrophe is something fucking amazing. Yes, he hit Adam Cole's legs, got a 2 count, but the fact that he was able to get enough leverage for a full rotation instead of going up for that and landing and it being even worse than it could have been is something amazing. back and forth strikes. Cole drops him yet again, misses a kick, then they trade a couple of kicks. Cole lands a low super kick, cover for the two, both end up on the turnbuckle. Ricochet slides under Cole, gets back up, gets knocked down through. Ricochet heads back up, hits a Hurricane Runner axe kick, Northern Light suplex, rolls through for another suplex, vertical, and the 1-2-3, and Ricochet is your winner. After the match, immediately the rest of the Undisputed Era comes out and starts beating down on Ricochet. Aleister Black makes his way out, and he tries to help Ricochet, but he is no match as the Undisputed Era take him out. And we end the show with the Undisputed Era posing with their symbol, with their hand gestures, and that was the end of NXT. Adam Cole and Ricochet put on another classic for NXT TV. Will this lead to one of these guys facing off against Johnny Gargano or the Velveteen Dream in the future? I don't know. We have to wait till the next set of tapings, as next week is Johnny Gargano versus Velveteen Dream. Honestly, and this is my opinion, make it an Iron Man match, give these guys a full next hour of TV, because quite honestly, the only thing people are going to be talking about next week is Johnny Gargano versus the Velveteen Dream. Honestly, I think Velveteen Dream's going to win it. And I've heard that people who went to that don't know what's going to actually happen. Because WWE did the smart thing, and Triple H had Velveteen Dream and Johnny Gargano both have an outcome where they both win the match, which is what people are saying. They don't know how this match is going to end, but they've been there. Just tells me that both guys win the match at the tapings, and they will decide which one will win the match. So that is smart, and honestly, I hope they start doing that with every single title that gets put on the line at a taped event. If it's a taped event like NXT, and you're going to have the tag team titles, the women's title, the North American Championship, or the NXT Championship, from now on, have both endings taped. If you want to do 3 endings, where it's a winner or a loser, Velveteen Dream versus Johnny Gargano. Velveteen Dream wins. Johnny Gargano wins. Or it's a double count out where neither one wins, or a double disqualification. If you want to do that, fine. Make it so I'm not scrolling through my Twitter account on next Wednesday and I see, Johnny Gargano won, Johnny Gargano won the North American Championship before the match goes happen, or Velveteen Dream won it, or if they have a title match at the next set of tapings. If I'm scrolling through my Twitter account, I'm not seeing the tag team titles changed hands because the Undisputed Era won them back, and that was it. No. If you do this is what makes this smart, is the fact that we don't know. People who went to the taping don't know. The only people who know are Triple H and the people, and Johnny Gargano and Velveteen Dream are probably Triple H, his guys, and Johnny Gargano and Velveteen Dream are probably the only ones who know exactly who's won that match, and if the title goes to Velveteen Dream or Johnny Gargano keeps it. That is smart, and I'm glad that they did that. Now, I think Johnny Gargano is going to lose it because, quite honestly, he doesn't need that. If he keeps on to the North American Championship right now, unless he's going to lose it at the next set of tapings. It's time, the next set of tapings has got to be building Johnny Gargano to go up against Tommaso Ciampa at NXT TakeOver, whatever it's going to be. TakeOver New York, TakeOver Brooklyn 5, or whatever they're going to call it. That is what the next set of tapings must be built around, is Johnny Gargano getting his match at WrestleMania weekend. So him having the North American Championship kind of hinders that. So to me, it feels like it's inevitable that Johnny Gargano will lose the title. It was a nice token title reign for him to have. He didn't need the North American Championship. It was great that he got that singles championship gold off his back. But honestly, I think it's time to start building towards Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa 4, which wasn't supposed to happen on a one-on-one basis until now. This should have been Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa 3, but a groin injury hindered that. I'm hoping for the best. I'm sure it's gonna be an excellent match, but we will not know until next Wednesday who is going to be NXT North American Champion. I'm picking Velveteen Dream, so the next set of tapings, which will probably be happening during this entire event, during and after next week's episode of NXT, I'm hoping that we have a new North American champion, so when the next set of tapings are done, we can move on to having Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa being set up for TakeOver WrestleMania weekend. That's my idea. That is my prediction for that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like or dislike this video. Thank you to everybody who's watched Raw or SmackDown reviews this week. Find me on Twitter at TheFranz. Find me on twitch.tv/TheFranz08. I will be here Friday for our Elimination Chamber prediction show. Saturday for not NXT, but for Unscripted, episode 57, I believe. And we'll be here for Sunday for the Elimination Chamber, and back to normal and everything on Monday. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Once again, thank you all. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like or dislike this video, and I will see you guys Friday.